Hey guys, what's up? It's your boy Roshi is here, giving you guys a quick intro onto the preview event. So for the rules, on the third turn, both players are going to create 2 random units with stealth, and then you'll be able to use them. So kind of naturally the way I would look at this event, and if you're trying to do well, one thing you can do is you can just play whatever expedition deck you have, but that's not really setting yourself up for success. What I recommend doing, unfortunately too as well, cards like Crafty Occultist and decks with like lots of plunder and market access are going to benefit a ton from this set. Decks that are like just really hungry for extra cards, because you're not really guaranteed to get a good unit with stealth. So if we're able to use Crafty Occultist and just pitch them away, I know that goes away from the spirit of the event, but that's kind of my recommendation and the path I would take. If you're interested for more tips on deck ideas, definitely go check out my Menace Shell guide. I released that about a week or so ago, and it talks about just how to build a deck with the Menace Shell. And that utilizes Crafty Occultist and a lot. However, I'll go ahead and show you what I plan on playing, at least for my first run. And I might live stream this at some point this weekend. But yeah, so this is my updated version of my Add Any Cost deck. The reason I think this will be solid is, like I mentioned before, I've got the Crafty Occultists, I've got lots of nice market access, to send away any bad stealth units I get, and plenty of solid removal here. I should have a diverse just set of threats and pressure, along with lots of removal to deal with any spice. This deck is going to go over the top of most decks, and yeah, it should be solid. My other recommendation, you could probably just play 4-faction Sling or something like that, and you should be able to get it done. I'll probably be doing all 8 runs to get my full set of premium Stone Scar scrappers. But yeah, it should be a pretty neat event. Depending on how I do, I may spice out some of my memes I've been playing recently just to spice things up, as I mentioned. Here's one. I don't think I'll have time to release this to the YouTube Society, so I'll go ahead and just show it off now. It's a silly Mandrake deck. I wanted to use some of the new cards that I got from drafting, so we've got like Prism Stone and Glen Snapper in here. I'd actually probably play more Glen Snappers if I could, but they both have nice ultimates for Mandrake. One of the cool things is if you have a few Mandrakes in play and you ultimate Glen Snapper, you're able to draw more cards and just kind of keep playing the game, and this ultimate doesn't end up being that much of a downside. In fact, with how many units we're probably slamming in the void thanks to like Crafty and Hen, Glen Snapper was making 6/6s early on, and then like later on it was making like 10/10s and 14/14s, and there's plenty of ways to deal with these big units, but it ended up being very good value, and just doing a ton of work and really setting up nicely for big Uxus and big Urids later on. Another fun thing about this deck is because we're playing Hourglass, we're reasonably able to hardcast Kroll, and since we're playing Forzine and Lifespeaker, we're able to make full use of the ultimate synergy with Mandrake. We're able to have lifestealed Krolls, and later on in the game, we can just hardcast our Kroll, no big deal. So that can be pretty fun. Shoal Stirrings is one of our like primary win cons. We use this to either value early on, bring back like Mandrake and a Grafter, or just straight win the game with Urid or a big Uxu. So that's the deck. I won't go too into detail. Just a really spicy market. I more tweaked this deck for fun and like memes than to be competitive, but it actually ended up doing pretty good on the latter, so I think that'll transition pretty successfully into this event, but only time will tell. Once again, we've got the Crafty Occultists and multiple Grafters to make use of the extra cards, and we can even just discard them the Glen Snapper. So this would be another good example of a deck that would potentially do well in this event, make good use of all of the extra cards they're giving us, and etc. Now, if that doesn't tickle your fancy, I've got probably what will end up being one of the better options. If you remember my Bellax Mono Fire list, this deck will probably be quite excellent. People might be trying to go massive and do big spaghetti things, like kind of like what I was showing you before, and we're not going to mess around with any of that. We're just going to try and play Bellax, play out units, play out guys, and smash face. Hopefully the stealth units we get are at least somewhat useful, but even if they aren't, it doesn't matter, because we're just looking to beat down and end the game as quickly as possible. If you're looking to, you know, have an easy time of this event, just play an aggro deck like this, or maybe like a Stone Scar version of this with like Syl or something, and just try and run people over. You'll have faster games and you'll be able to get your 8 scrappers faster, especially if you don't care for the format. I actually kind of enjoy these spicy formats. I wish it wasn't only a weekend that we had to play with this. I wish I had more time. But those are my tips. Do with them what you will. I hope you guys all have great success on the event and get your premium scrappers or just your regular scrappers if that's all you're looking for. I know I saw the Boxer on Twitter, shout out to them, was really hyped about the scrappers. So it should be a pretty sick event. And yeah, that art is pretty sick. So if you are broke and you're just trying to play an event for value, typically these events are extremely worth it. So it costs 4,000 gold to get in, right? And the leaderboard prize gives you 2 gold chests, which basically is the equivalent of 2 packs and like 250 dust. So if you play in just one event, you're guaranteed to get 2 gold chests eventually. And let's say that you're like me and you're just literal trash and you lose every round. For 4,000 gold, you get 3 packs, 1 bronze chest, 2 gold chests, and a Stone Scar Scrapper. Now that's a pretty good rate if you don't... Like, if you're asking me, that is a pretty good rate. And then, you know, after 2 wins, that's 4 packs. And 3 wins, which is just basically breaking even at that point. Not even, it's doing slightly worse than breaking even. You're getting 7 packs. So if you're not really hyped about this event, sign up for it, concede, don't even play in it. It's good value. Or, you know, sign up for it once, try and do the best you can with the run. It doesn't matter where you end up, because just know that you've got that good value. So thanks for watching, everyone. I wanted to release a little guide on this event just to hopefully make your time and your runs easier, simpler, let you know if it's worth it. Spoilers, it is. And yeah, have a nice time, everyone.